So from there, did you kind of continue doing like the events abroad and then?
Yeah, the international stuff's definitely the master. Like, played in Barcelona, Croatia. We've done like 8 times now.
Mad.
Amsterdam, The Hague, Rotterdam. We done ski festival in France.
Okay.
That was sick because I ski.
Okay.
Not a lot of black people ski, but I ski. So that was amazing.
Snowboard, so
you snowboard. Oh yeah, there we go, bro.
I'm with you.
You know what I mean? So you got your salopettes and that. So you know what I mean? That was a sick experience for me. Then what else? We did Germany. That was a crazy one.
Yeah.
We did some.
Was that Berlin?
Nah. It was like, I think it was like Nuremberg.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard about the Nuremberg trials. That's where they tried all the Nazis.
Okay.
So that's why that's the only reason why I know about it.
Yeah.
But that was where all the Nazis got tried for the war crimes. But I think it was in Nuremberg, or maybe we flew to Nuremberg or something.
Okay.
But that was mad because I think like 4 or 5 of us went out there, and me and one of the other men them got drugged.
Serious?
Yeah. So that's the first time I've ever so I don't remember shit, but that was a mad night. Like,
yeah, I know in Berlin, like or in a lot of those
Winter
German
Beats
cities.
Festival. That's what
Winter
it was
Beats Festival.
It was called Winter Beats Festival, and we hosted like one of the rooms. It was humongous. It was like maybe 1,000, 2,000 people. It was humongous, and it was all indoor. And like I said, it was winter. It was cold. It was like I think it was snow outside or something. But yeah, that was an experience. I wouldn't say that was one of the best ones, but it was definitely one of the most like, how the hell did Faded take us here?
Yeah, that's definitely it's not a usual place that, especially like mainly black music as well. Yeah. Ski festival. Yeah, that is a crazy combination.
Yeah, I think it's taken us. We've been Dubai. We've done Dubai a lot. I forget that. Because me and Taser went out to Dubai just to have fun.
Okay.
And then we just on a random through an event.
Yeah.
And then on a random through another event. And then on a random through another. They kept on selling out. We were just like, this is mad.
Yeah,
and this is why we're out there.
Yeah.
This is just like crazy.
Okay, so it wasn't a thing where you like pre-planned
There was no planning.
it.
There was no planning. We went out there to have fun. Just kept on extending our trip, throwing more parties. And the maddest thing was when it sold out. Like not like on the door, sold out like 2 days before. We're like, bro, got sold out. And I remember we hired a boat and then threw a boat party in. But that's one of the best parties I've ever had in my life.
When you were doing these events, like what would you say was like the main tactic you'd use to like promote the event?
This is the stuff that I was talking to the other DJ about the other day, but it's changed so much because society has changed so much. Like I said, like we started this at a time where social media wasn't what it is today.
Yeah.
Now, if you're trying to market anything, you need to use social media. Like this.
Yeah.
What other kind of form of marketing you use? It doesn't make sense. But back then it was I used to spend days, and when I say days, I mean days, texting everyone in my phone. Not broadcast. I would text everyone individually.
Flip it off.
Individually. My phone I used to have to carry a portable charger from before it was even a thing, just because I was on my phone 24/7 messaging everyone, like convincing people. Another thing I used to do was when Facebook finally like came, obviously it was there, but when everyone started using it, you used to have this thing where you could see. There used to be a way that you could like click on birthdays and just see whose birthdays when.
Okay, yeah,
like
I remember that.
If you click in March, you can just see everyone whose birthdays in March.
Yeah, I remember that.
So we still to this day have this thing where if it's your birthday a week before or after the event, we offer a free entry and a free drink for you.
Oh, wow, okay.
But what I would do is I would say I've got an event on the 10th of March.
Yeah.
I would go on Facebook and then open up like a new tab
for
everyone whose birthday is between the 3rd
to
the 17th of March.
Yeah.
There might be 60 people.
Yeah.
And then I would always write their name. So I write, hey, whatever, comma, paste. Because I'm not going to write the whole message. You know what I mean? Or depending on who it was, sometimes it would be like, oh no, I can't even come at them like that. Because say we were talking the day before, like it was my brethren from school, a long time. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to adjust. And I would message everyone and invite them for their birthday. And that worked. Another thing we did, we used to print faded birthday cards.
Okay.
So that same method, once they accept, I'll be like, send me your address, I'll send you the tickets.
Okay.
So we would print physical tickets. Obviously, that's the idea we got from when we did the faded and that 1 year anniversary. Print physical tickets from TicketWeb. We didn't even sell tickets on TicketWeb, but we opened an account with them just because you could order physical tickets from them.
Okay.
And it used to be like 10p a ticket or something. It was quite cheap.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So we'd order like 50 for each event.
Yeah.
And then we would literally buy stamps and post out a faded birthday card with the free ticket to every person whose birthday it was.
If, you know, that's
Do you know what I mean? But it's just that little extra touch. Do you know what I mean? So that was something we did for years.
I feel like as well, when with the personal touch, it's like people almost feel like, oh no, I have to come now. Yeah.
And in my head, it was always like, if someone, obviously there's some people that are just going to take it to take it. They'll come with one friend. They're not really coming for their birthday. But if someone comes to celebrate their actual birthday, they're bringing at least like 4, 5, 6 people. Sometimes you get lucky, someone brings 20 people.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Or like,
right,
they're like, all my friends are buying a ticket. There's been certain people where it's like 30, 40 tickets they're selling.
Okay.
There's a lot that 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever, do you know what I mean? But a lot of the time, if you've got like 10 birthdays, that's 40 or 50 people you've got in the dance. So if you're doing a 300 capacity venue, that's a quarter. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so like at this point, how far would you say you were away from like kind of like, because we kind of discussed it before, but you said like when you guys got the venue, it wasn't like a thing where you kind of like planned for it or anything.
You mean Junction House?
Yeah.
That feels like a long way in between the story. I mean, you got to bear in mind, Junction was what? 2 years ago, 2020.
Yeah.
So that was 8. That was even 8, 9. Yeah. That was 8, 9 years into Faded. But essentially what had happened was we started working with Junction House maybe about 6, 7 years into Faded. I don't know the year. But I eventually, there's a story to it, but I eventually became the bookings manager for Junction House. Okay, so the first thing I remember, so I actually remember this yesterday, was they needed a website built. Okay. And I'm not like, I've never been really skilled in anything, but I'm one of those people that's like, if I need something done, I'll just figure out how to do it. The first, when Faded started, I was the photographer. Then I was the videographer. Then I was the designer. Do you know what I mean? Like I made all the flyers. I still make all the flyers till this day. Do you know what I mean? And it's only when we finally started making some money, or I found someone that could do it so much better than I could, that we then started paying videographers or photographers. But all of these things, I just did it myself. When I needed a website, I just learned how to make a website. Okay. Learned how to make a website on WordPress, then learned how to make a website on Tumblr, then learned how to make a website on Wix, then learned how to make a website on, I don't know, now we use Squarespace. Yeah, Squarespace. You just got to adapt to the times, isn't it? It's like, well, I'm really going to pay someone a bag to do something that's going to take me 2 days to figure out. Yeah, that's so true. So many people be like, oh, who made your website? And I was like, I did. I was like, and the worst thing is, I don't want your money. I'm like, just sit down and learn to do it. This is what I mean. A lot of people aren't willing to do the work. So I was like, you know what? All right, cool. Give me $5, I'll make you a website. 6 hours later, $5 richer. And they love the website. Do you know what I mean? So that was the beginning of our relationship with Junction House. Other than doing events there, we became their most popular event within like, I'd say on par, because there used to be, you know, have you ever heard of Super Duper Fly? Yeah. They have a sub-brand called Rock the Bells. Okay. I actually knew the numbers because I became the booking manager. Okay. So there was us and Rock the Bells, and we like, it would jump from month to month in which one would make the most money at the bar. Yeah. But essentially Faded was there or thereabouts, the biggest night that they had. And then eventually, and I'm probably gonna shout these out because I'm so proud of this guy. I'm gonna call it Sip and Stroke, because that's essentially the main thing to look at now. So if anyone wants to look it up, Sip and Stroke, it's the paint parties. You might have seen their videos. So they paint parties with music and whatever and whatnot.
I think and then they might be doing something like Soldier Spots, you know. Maybe. I don't know if it's something
and then it turns into a party afterwards. So you used to do Sip and Stroke, and then the after party would be called Hip Hop Soul. I don't know if Hip Hop Soul is still going, but those nights used to make so much money because they make money from like 4 p.m. Because he'll run 2 paint parties in the daytime. He'll do like 4 till 7 p.m. Then 8 till 10 p.m. Then an after party.
Then a club. Okay.
Bro, so whereas a club night is 10 till 3, but no one gets there till 11:30. He's got people in there spending money from 4 p.m. until, bro, even now he runs like 4 or 5 events a week. Wow. Just doing that. He's cornered the market and smashed it. And I don't know if you've ever heard of Old School Sundays. No. So Old School Sundays was one of, this is one thing I will say as well. I said this to Taze the other day. One thing that's been the secret to Faded's success is we've diversified. A lot of people don't realize it because Faded has always been there. But Old School Sundays is something that we used to run for 4.5 years. It was every single Sunday for 4.5 years, bro. Wow. No days off. and we teamed up with the guy that now runs Sip and Stroke, and another guy called Silky that used to run a band called Yo Throwback.
Okay.
And that became there were like in our journey. So first it was Faded, then we started Refresh. I don't know if you heard of that. Then we had something called Notorious. At the time we had Notorious, it exceeded Faded.
Mad.
It was every single Friday. It was it was one of the first events that had like ping pong, beer pong, giant Jenga, all of that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And it popped. Me and Taser were trying to rent a penthouse. I swear to you, we'd never seen money like that. We were getting bags we were like, bruv, I don't know what's happening.
We
were like 24-year-olds. We were just like, bruv, the money just keeps on coming in.
Yeah.
And this is the first time we had like a percentage of the bar. So we would like make mad money off the door every single Friday.
Yeah.
And then like by Tuesday, the venue manager would be like, oh, I've got another grand for you. I was like, what? And it was just every single week. And it was,
I would have gone crazy with that money at that age.
It was mad. So it was just like, what? So then we ran that, and then the venue got shut down. So we're like, fuck. But then we're like, we had something here. This concept is sick. And that's what led us to start Old School Sundays.
Okay.
So basically, that venue, we did the Fridays. And then the guys that I mentioned that we ended up teaming up with, did the Saturdays and I think the Thursdays. Okay. So we're like, you lot understand what we have here collectively. Let's just come together, corner the market, build something new. Our Old School Sundays was special, man. Yeah. I swear to you. And the worst thing is, it wasn't even late. It was from 7 till midnight. Okay. We started it out, and it was almost a flop. So I remember, because we were like, we've all come together. This has to work. Yeah. And the first like month, I think the first one was like, okay, maybe we had like 60 people. Next one, it was like 30 people. Next one was like 20 people. Everyone was looking at each other like, yo, is this what you man doing? Yeah, like, what's happening here? And then we're like, you know what? Man, then we got to pull our socks up. We got to do this. And then there was 80 people again, then 100. Okay. And then it kind of just getting a little bit consistent. And then not out of nowhere, but the steam just kept on going. And it was sick. We had so many sick concepts. So like I said, we had the Giant Jenga, Giant Connect 4, ping pong, this, that, whatever. When we started the event, the staff that we hired skaters. Okay. So the hostesses that would bring you the games came on skates.
Oh, mad.
Like,
yeah, that's lit.
Like, it's sick, because I almost forgot that we did that. Like, do you know how lit that is? I've never seen that again.
Yeah, that's
like,
lit.
Then we had, there was this room in the venue that was just small and like cornered off. And we're like, what are we going to do with it? But it had a projector. Yeah. So then we, this was my idea, because I'm taking this one. Old school cinema. So basically, we downloaded like all the old school Saved by the Bell, Fresh Prince, Sister, Keenan and Kel episodes, put them on one hard drive and just put it on shuffle in that room. So it was like an old school cinema room. Okay. So then, and we linked this, we got the tech team to link the sound separately and then put like curtains behind it. So when you close the curtains, you could hear it over the music of the event. That was sick. And then we'd give away free popcorn. Okay. And it's funny because we stopped doing the old school cinema thing eventually, but the popcorn, people loved it. Yeah. So we just kept on doing free popcorn at our events. And it was just such a, like people, I don't know what it is, but people love the free popcorn. And then we used to have karaoke. Okay. Old school, everything was old school, but we used to have karaoke there as well. And that used to go off.
But I feel like everything you're saying, it's got like the pattern of like, it brings people together in it. 100%. And like, 100%. That's always going to make people. I remember
someone proposed at that event.
Flipping off.
It was mad because no one had ever proposed at one of my events. And then within the space of 1 month, someone proposed at 2 of my events. Flipping so someone proposed at that event and at my live band event. So I haven't even mentioned the live band stuff. But obviously, like I said, all my foundation was in live music, comedy, the arts, so to speak, not in club nights. But Old School Sundays was massive. We got to the point where it was like 600 people a week. Bank holidays, 800, full capacity, queue round the block.
And where was this at a specific venue?
This was at what used to be called Far Rockaway, which is now Bawley Ballison. They bought it out. So then when they bought it out, that's what kind of disrupted us. We were killing it until then. And then the venue, and then literally, I remember I was in Amsterdam. We'd done an event in Amsterdam. I was out in Amsterdam, and I just got a phone call. I was like, "Oh, Matthew, just want to let you know, the venue's been sold. So this is your last week." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "You don't find out a venue's been sold the week of. You've known about this for months. We've been with you for 2.5 years. You haven't told us. You haven't even mentioned it." I'm like, "You lot are waste." So then I had to speak to the people that did Bawley Ballison, see if they would like work with us or this or that. Funnily enough, I'm actually doing an event at Bawley Ballerson back there in February, but now on the R&B and Soul Jams.
And what area is Bawley Ballerson?
Shoreditch.
Oh, Shoreditch.
Yeah. It's the Giant Ball Pit venue.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, what is it,
Opposite,
near the box park?
Yeah, kind of near box park.
Is it, wait, the
Opposite
one where
Cottons.
people play like ping pong and that? It's
No. It's a giant ball pit. You know, like when you dash a child in a pit full of balls.
Okay.
Adult version.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
It's that venue.
Okay.